Today we are going to draw a picture of 3 penguins. And we're going to draw 2 adults and a baby. Hold your paper the tall way and then we're going to get started. So don't worry if it doesn't look perfect because we're going to add a lot of shadows and things to it. So the first thing you want to do is hold your paper, like I said, the tall way. Now I'm going to start by drawing 2 circles on the top. 1, 2. Do not worry if they're perfect because we're going to erase most of this. And then I'm going to draw a little circle here for the little penguin. So these are the parents and that's the baby. Once I draw the parents, I'm going to start on the top and I'm going to make a curve come all the way down. Same thing, start on the top, make a curve come all the way down. Once I do that, I come around on each side. And then what I do is I come in just a little bit and then I come out. We'll make that one fat, but that's okay. So one fat one and one skinny one. Now, we're going to stop for a second because we're going to draw the baby now. I know it looks strange, but you can also erase these lines right here for now. For the baby, we come around. And then what I do is I make a curve and a curve. And don't worry about the bottom because we're going to add snow all down here. So if you guys even want now, we can even add snow now. So then you don't have to worry. In this case, I wasn't sure how far I'd have to go down. So that's why I waited to make sure that I could come down to the baby, because I didn't want to go too far or too close. The next step I'm going to do, I'm going to start with the snow, with the penguin's beak. So I start with a curve here, and then I make a point looking up. Same thing, curve and make a point looking up. Now for the baby, it's a little different, so we're going to skip him for now. We're going to go back to the parents. And then what I'm going to do on each side of the penguin, I'm going to add a little dot. That way I know where the eyes are going. Starting right above the dot, I'm going to make a curve, come down. Same thing here, make a curve and come down. Now for this penguin, I'm going to add a wing and it just sticks out. And for this one, I'm going to have a wing come up and then a line come down. So make sure that you erase those lines from earlier because otherwise it does get a little tricky. And then all of this, I'm going to use my Sharpie. You guys can use your Sharpies. You can use a black marker. You can use a black crayon. All of this is black. So that is all black. You also have a little bit of the backside right here, and that's black too. Now for the baby penguin, it's a little different. For the baby penguin, we're going to start with a little triangle. Once you draw the triangle, you come around to the side. Then I come down to the sides. And then we're going to make the wing. So I make 1 curve, 2 curves. This is all then black. Okay, you're going to take your time, go slow, get rid of all these white spots. The more white spots you get rid of, the better it looks. Now, for the little penguin, we make a line on top and a point. And then lastly, we add the 2 little eyes. So you have now drawn the mom, the dad, and the baby. So what we're going to do now is this. We're going to add a couple little colors here and there to give it a little shadows and little textures. I'm going to take a little yellow and I'm going to add a little yellow right here. And I'm going to add a little yellow right here. Now the beak, I'm going to color yellow for the moment because I'm going to add orange on top to give it that little bit of blended look. I'm using oil pastels, but you can use color pencils, you can use crayons, you can use whatever you want. And then I'm going to add a little orange right here, just a little baby bit. Now for the baby, I'm going to color his beak orange. Now I'm going to scoot that up a little bit so you can see. And then I'm going to take blue. Even though I know this is snow, I'm going to add a little blue in the snow just to give it a little texture and just to give that little shine in the snow right now. And then I can also add, if I want, maybe just a couple little lines on the penguins to give that little shimmer. Now for the sky, you guys are going to do all colors to do kind of like northern lights. So we're going to do some blues, some purples, any colors you want for the sky to give it that northern lights look. And what I'm doing is I'm actually pulling my oil pastel down. So if you're using crayons, you would do this with your crayons. And then I go in and I take another color and I do the same thing and I pull the lines down like this. And that'll give it kind of like a texture and it will also give it that like northern lights, like it's moving around look. And then I'll just do one more color to show you for now, but you're gonna do this exact same technique in the whole background using Northern Lights colors, which are blues, purples, yellows, and greens. And you're gonna color the whole background like that. So you're gonna take your time, go slow, and really concentrate on the background. I can't wait to see your penguins, and take your time.